Hey guys, it's Dave here from Farmers Farmacy, and on today's Future Product Friday, we are talking about rats and mice and how to bait them and why it's important on your farm. So some important facts right off the top. Rats here are responsible for about 25% of the barn fires that we typically see happen in winter months. It also costs $30 a year to feed this guy. It's crazy. And then rats and mice reach sexual maturity in a very short time. For rats, it's 8 weeks, and for mice, it's only 6 weeks. So in 1 year, a single pair of rats can produce about 15,000 rats on your farm. It's a crazy number. We also need to remember that rats and mice are vectors for over 200 serious diseases, so they pose a significant biosecurity risk. So for all these reasons, we need to be cognizant and put the time and energy into a good baiting program on our farm. All right guys, so we've identified the reasons behind why it's important to have a good rodent control program. Now let's look at the 4 different steps required to build a good one. First of all, you're going to identify whether you're dealing with rats or mice or both. This is important because they are different and you need to target them accordingly. Secondly, look for evidence of the rats and mice in the barn. Look for areas where they're chewing, where they're congregating, and then plan your baiting strategy accordingly. The third element is control. And really there's 2 main aspects of control. First of all, you need a good quality bait station. The reason that bait stations are important is because you can identify when the bait has been chewed, when it's been eaten, and you can prevent the rat or mice from taking the bait away and hoarding it for later. So you want to make sure they eat it now, and you want to identify that they have been eating it. And bait stations are great ways to help do that. Secondly, you want to choose a really good quality bait, and that's going to be any one of the number of baits that we have here at Farmers Farmacy. And the important thing is to alternate active ingredients so that you don't build up a resistance to one active ingredient on your farm. One thing to consider is the soft bait. If you are competing against a palatable feed in your barn, a soft bait is a really great option because the rats and mice like it better, and so there will be an increased likelihood of them consuming it when there's a feed alternative for them to go after. And then lastly is prevention, and that is taking the time to look at areas of your barn where a rat or a mouse can find an entry point. It can include things like limbs over your barn, it can include stuff piled up against the barn, maybe some debris or junk, and also long grasses where they can hide and just find easy access into your barn. All right guys, so hopefully this video will be helpful when considering the rodent control program for your farm. We're going to list some helpful links in the description below, so I encourage you to check those out. And you are welcome to give us a call at 1-866-527-6229, and our team here at Farmers Farmacy will be happy to help you build the ideal rodent control program for your farm. And as always, thanks for watching and happy hunting.